So as someone who is on disability, Social Security disability, it's a struggle to find housing and things like all within a budget because you're piss poor. Okay, you're poor. But when I got my back disability, I was extremely responsible with it, and I gave my mom and Tom and Rita, I had owed them money, paid them back, and then I was going to get a home or a condo, not a home, but like something small within my budget. And my mom talked me out of it because she was like, if something happens, so let Mark and I put it in our name. You send me the money that you're going to pay. I had $15,000 to put down. And the Union County Juvenile Court thought that it would be a grand idea to involve themselves in a case that was supposed to be in-home services and allowed that woman to not only steal my $15,000, but to unlawfully evict us, steal everything that I've ever purchased for my daughter and give it to her dad, even though her dad had never paid child support, had me spending over $8,000 in just hotel rooms. It's over like $12,000 to $15,000 in moving fees and storage costs, and even more than that for the deposit here. The Union County Department of Social Services and the Union County Juvenile Court will destroy your life and make your life so that now, mind you, the first time I had to do this, when I was settling down, like finding a good school for her, finding a house I could afford, and I'm telling you, my daughter and I were thriving. And the Union County Department of Social Services and Juvenile Court thought it'd be a grand idea to pick on a single mom with no abuse, neglect, or dependency, because there wasn't. That's why they wanted to do in-home services. Mind you, they made that decision after I was already out of the house. So everything that came after was just an orchestrated narrative, like fake narrative, with using the false allegations and like trying to make them seem true. But the fact that I'm on disability and I am a protected party under the Americans with Disabilities Act, because they can't just treat you that way because they don't like you or because you have a disability or because they don't understand. The biggest thing is that they considered me incompetent. So that was a very, not only discriminatory, but a low blow, so that they could have someone do guardianship and then make all these crazy moves behind my back that I had no idea what was going on, because I'm over here looking for an apartment, living in a motel, grieving, nobody's speaking to me. You should be ashamed of yourself. North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. Union County Department of Health and Human Services. Department of Health and Human Services. Department of Social Services, Child Protective Services. But especially that Union County Juvenile Court. Because, see, even if DSS wanted to do that crazy shit, like they had vindictive people there, it had to go through the Union County Juvenile Court to, like, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? What a vindictive, nasty partnership from hell. Because they're inflicting pain and suffering on parents and children, putting children with unsafe parents and ripping their bond from their loving mother who took care of her. I have given the Union County Juvenile Court 72 hours to call an emergency hearing, to come up with some kind of situation that's going to work out for my daughter and I, and start rectifying the problem that they caused. I'm tired of playing around. I haven't been playing around, but they are. They are. And now, the more I know about these attorneys, and the fact that, what his defense is that he's probably getting, he said it like one of his emails, like, oh, I'll just start preparing your defense. Do you want to know what his defense is? sending me an email. That's his defense. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So, I'm not an attorney. I really don't know what I'm doing. But I have written a cease and desist letter to DSS, Department of Health and Human Services in North Carolina, the Department of Justice, Office for Civil Rights, federal, because that's who Health and Human Services, that's who investigates that. I'm filing a few motions, like a motion for immediate return of custody, a motion to vacate the orders based on fraud, coercion, lack of jurisdiction, misrepresentation. I'm requesting an emergency hearing or a judicial review under the North Carolina Juvenile Code provisions. I'm done with the bullshit. So, that is just some of the things that are all going to be coming down the pike through Operation Throat Punch. I couldn't think of a better word, a better name for it. I'm done with the bullshit. The rest of it can be figured out later. I want to see my child. And I want to see her within 72 hours. And I'm not going to have it any other way.